Good day, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video. My name is ChiefDog74, and let's get into this one then. So, welcome back to the penultimate episode in this series, the Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered series. We're pretty much just going to be almost finishing the game. We'll have 3 events next episode, but one of them is going to be very long, and that next episode for the series will come out tomorrow at 6, so look out for that to see the finale to this series. It's been a good series, and let's end the second to last episode anyway, not quite the whole series, with a good episode. So we've done a decent amount of the game still. We've got 71% done, but we still have a few other bits to do, like driving all the cars or getting to max bounty. But the first event in this episode is the Blast from the Past Gauntlet event, where we will be driving the McLaren F1. There it is. And to drive it one last time, decide to put it in a blue, and we have sunny conditions at 6 PM, where we need to try and get a gold time, which is 5 minutes and 10 seconds. So let's see if we can do it in this 14-mile pretty much circuit. It loops back on itself, and let's see, as we have the sun rising on the left, and we're going to be trying to get the gauntlet done. Now, interestingly, this gauntlet has no weapons at all, so it feels like a time trial in the fact that you don't have anything to fight back against the police. And I mean, taking that corner terribly like that does not help your case either. So this one could be quite tight if we're not able to dispatch of the police quickly enough. So you have to be careful, but I'm not doing a great job at showcasing my driving, at least on this first event, as we swing around past this waterfall, which is pretty cool, even though it's probably 2D, but there you go. Cool waterfall image anyway, as there it is. The Koenigsegger Gira is now going to be chasing us as we head through the rocks and into the forest towards yet another 2D waterfall. Swinging around this corner here, we're not taking that very well, but the police car hasn't either, though he has caught up to us now and is going to start to slow us down a bit by just pretty much colliding into us, trying to get us into spins and stuff like that. So he's not going to be helping our time nor our health really, so we do need to be quite careful with him and balance trying to dispatch him, but also trying to make sure that we are still doing a good job at being quick in this event, as we're now finally going on the back towards the way we came. But obviously we still have the longest part of the journey yet, because it kind of goes up and down all over the place on these roads as we go across the islands and into the area that's always stormy, always clouded over. And then we're going to be taking the hotel shortcut here to at least take the pressure off a little bit, as we take it pretty nicely actually, to be fair, and then head back out onto the road. We are in front of the police car, though I don't really know what I was doing there. Didn't slow down in time to get through that corner particularly well, and then we have to avoid a traffic car there, and then there he is. The police car is back and is harassing us again, and I crashed straight into a truck. My drifting skills were not amazingly shown off there, as we're now finally about halfway through the event in terms of miles, and we are over halfway on the time, but fortunately there are a lot more straight roads in the areas coming up, so that should help us gain back some time. But that isn't going to be helping us either, as the Koenigsegger Gira is still bashing around, and we're definitely down to half health now, So he's really eating into my health at the moment. And to make things worse, we now have the Bugatti Veyron 16.4 chasing us as well. So we have two hypercars now on the back of us with no weapons to try and sort them out. It's not looking amazing here. As I mean, at least for the Koenigsegg is half health, but he keeps slamming me into the walls and everything. And now spike strips are being chucked out by the Bugatti, though we do almost take out the Koenigsegg as he tries to cut across us. And yeah, continuing on, but we're very low HP again, so we do need to be careful. But turning in here, and the cop was there, so we wreck him, and now we can continue on our way with just the Bugatti Veyron chasing after us now. A good amount of boost once I took the fella out, so that is helpful. But what's not helpful is the Bugatti Veyron is right next to us now, in front of us, and yeah, trying to keep out of his slipstream, otherwise he'll chuck out some spike strips as we cut through here. And yeah, as I imagined, we're pretty close there actually. It's been taken out, but we do just about get away from him, as we have only 50 seconds left and 2 miles to go in this event. So but yeah, this next part is pretty much just a straightaway with a few corners which you don't really have to live for, which is good for us, as he's going to chuck out another 2 spike strips. We do avoid them and go past the coastal HQ. We're pinched a little bit here by him. He's not exactly helping our time now, and yeah, fortunately he is low HP though, so as we continue around through here, through the tunnel, he's very low HP, and then we are able to take him out with the van. And now it's just a straight shot to the finish, but we've only got 10 seconds left until we need to get there. Fortunately we are very close though. It's up and over the hill, and we do just about make it with a 5 minute and 8 second .16, so 2 seconds longer and we wouldn't have made it. So yeah, fine margins, but we have done it in the end. And I thought I was going to get a level up here, but we don't. We're very close, not quite there. We need about 700 more bounty. So yeah, pretty annoying, but there you go, it is what it is. The next race though, the next event is a race, and it's called Red Line Racing, and that is the second longest event in this entire game. The last longest, or the most longest event, we will see later on in the next episode. But yeah, using the Bugatti Veyron 16.4 on this 29-mile circuit, we have night conditions at 8 PM, and of course the target is to get first. And it's not even going to bother showing us all of the circuit. That's how long it is. But it's a long one. It's a long marathon. And yeah, one of the last DLC, though not DLC if you have the remastered version, because it just includes the DLC. But one of the last DLC events. So this is not a base game event. This is an event that you're supposed to do as DLC, hence why it's one of the more longer ones, but not necessarily the absolute longest, because they wanted to save that for the final event. But trying to barge through here into a decent position to lead the pack away here, and we do get into first fairly well in the Bugatti. Of course, I'm pretty sure this is the fastest car, if not one of the fastest, on the racer side is the Bugatti. So it's a good choice for this long old race. As yeah, past the train museum. I always thought it was a train yard until I saw the sign recently where it said it was a train museum. So there you go, beats me. But continuing round then through the trees here, and spitting back out into 6th then, as they took the shortcut. They're going to take another shortcut, but we're going to continue on here, and they do spit out just about in front of us. So that's a little bit of a shame, but we're, like I said, we still have ages to go. We've got 25 miles left on this event. We've only done 4 miles, and we've done 1 minute 20, about 1 minute 26 or so on the time. So we still have plenty of time, plenty of miles to go, and I'm going to need it if I continue to drive like that, where I keep crashing into barriers and everything, and slowing us down as the 2 ahead kind of drift away a little bit from the pack, but there's still us three, I believe. Is there three of us? Yes, there is. As we did actually get in front there because of the guy crashing into traffic, and we're going to cut across the construction yard. As we can see, the last car, the guy in first, that's the last car in front of us, as he's going to take the shortcut. We do just about make it, though. Me crashing into stuff has lost me a lot of speed, and that's dropped me down into third. And then out here, yeah, big crash. Couldn't decide whether I wanted to go back into the road there or continue on out to here and then go back on the road. Yeah, not a great job there, but again, we still have ages to go in this event. Again, crashing into these barriers because I'm indecisive on where I want to go. Not great for this long race. Need to kind of start to get my act together a little bit more now. Otherwise, the cars in front will kind of drift away a little bit like they have at the moment. But we are doing a decent job, us three, in gaining back some speed against them, and them crashing will also help as well, because they did just about crash in front of us. And now heading into the night, into the snowy mountains, this twisty, turvy road. We are into second, and we have the guy in front. We've done about a third of this race, let's say, because it was about 30 miles. So we've oh my god, we've done 20 miles. As that Gumper has crashed into a van there, that's not helped him. And yeah, just keeping intact with these two in front of us as we're going to drift round one. Can we drift round the other? Not quite. We're going to get a lot of speed here to overtake him almost, as we're going to just about stick behind for the moment, push him out wide into this corner, and then go for a wide line and give ourselves a bit of boost and boost away a bit. So yeah, back into first, though again, still ages to go in this race. It's only just about coming down to the kind of distance that you would expect a regular race to be at this level. So and we've been driving for 4 minutes, so you know, still ages to go in this event. But continuing on here, we're doing a decent job again, getting back into first after those guys took the shortcut and made their way in front. But we're doing a decent job cutting across, because again, who takes that road? I don't know. It's just so much quicker to cut across here as we continue on through these snowy mountains. So yeah, doing a decent job still, like I say. 16 miles to go. Car in the middle of the road there, kind of a bit annoying, and it does actually crash someone, as I see in the mirror, but didn't crash us. So there you go, we've done a good job. And again, someone's crashed. So the AI doing not amazing jobs here, but we've not done an amazing job on that corner either. We've gone particularly wide there, and that does allow for some of these cars to kind of catch up to us a little bit more. Especially having to put on the brakes a lot for that corner. Didn't take it particularly well there, but still doing a decent job at the moment of just staying in front, as again we take this corner pretty poorly, to be honest, and then continue to head towards the exit of this park, past the, I don't even know what you call them. What are they called? The sky lifts? Not really sky lifts. I can't remember what they're called, but you know what I mean. The things where you can take a ride up and down them to do, usually at ski resorts or whatever. But anyway, yeah, we're continuing on as we come into this tunnel here and spitting back out into this this road. And yeah, we're in first at the moment still. 6 minutes about on the clock. We're back down to second a little bit though here, as one in the Koenigsegg, which is smoking and has pushed us into the van there. That's not particularly helped us, but heading around this corner, looking ahead here, they crash into a traffic car and leave just about enough of a gap to get through. We do crash a little bit into the Gunpit Apollo, but that has helped us particularly well until the Gunpit Apollo just gets a massive speed boost and catches straight back up into us. But yeah, that did help us somewhat to try and stay ahead of them, as we're going to continue on around 10 miles to go here, so we're into kind of the final third of this event, as we have the Koenigsegg CCX and the Gunpowder Apollo next to us. We're going to give ourselves a bit of a speed boost on the catapult to make sure that we're staying ahead as we go into this segment here. A bit wide on the exit, but doing okay so far. We take this corner pretty decently actually, a lot better than the first time we did it in today's episode, so improvements already made. But yeah, just continuing on through this event, and yeah, we've got a good gap now to second actually, so as long as we don't keep doing that and keep crashing, then we should be fine to hold that gap. And yeah, you know, continue on as we're into the last 7 miles here, so definitely a lot shorter left of this event, as it's all of a sudden sunny now. We've gone from pitch black darkness in the mountains to kind of dark, kind of sunny in that middle zone in the other segment, and now here it's just completely bright blue sky, loads of clouds. Yeah, kind of crazy how the day and night cycle works. They're not amazing that we've crashed into a car there, and then we get absolutely slammed by the Gunpowder Apollo as well. So we're about half health, but obviously we have a lot less than half of this event to go as we overtake both the Gunpowders, and now we're catching back up to the CCX are ahead of us, and we are going to overtake him around this corner because he takes it a little bit too wrong, and then there we go, just about get in front. And now 5 miles left of this event, and we are into basically the last segment of the road. You can kind of split up this game into roads, so this is the last road of this event, and we are, yeah, following behind this Koenigsegg Agera. I tried to take it flat out. I did need to brake and get a little bit of a drift to get the car around, but we do just about keep in touch with the Agera and now overtake them as we head into, yeah, my favourite part of the map here. It's the circle loop-the-loops, horizontal loop-the-loops, whatever you want to call them, as we drift around them. They're really fun to drift through. Not very fun when you have a traffic car there, and it kind of ruins your drift a little bit, and you lose a bunch of speed here, which is going to potentially try and keep the Agera in play, though we are still ahead at the near 2 mile mark now, as we are, yeah, continuing through, touching the inside, not great, but to be fair, the Agera behind us doesn't take it amazingly well either. He is actually going to take a shortcut, so that could be a little bit worrying if he comes out next to us. He didn't really gain too much time actually coming out of that shortcut, and so now it's pretty much just the last 1 mile to the finish. There you go, the next horizontal loop-the-loop, and yes, we're pretty close to the end now. Just got this loop-the-loop, which we do pretty decent job on. We did lose a little bit of our drift there, but now we have a bunch of boosts that just drift or boost all the way to the end. There you can see the smoke is finally there, and after 10 minutes and 7 seconds we have finally got the gold awarded to us. So pretty cool event, to be fair. I do like the longer ones, and they also like them for their good rewards as well, because as you'll see in a second here, they do pay you pretty well to do a 10-minute event, even probably better than I'd say than how many you could do in that time, because as you can see we get 50,000 bounty for finishing first once it's all totaled up. There you go, 50,000 bounty. We get a lot for driving skills as well, because we obviously have driven on a lot of roads, and a personal best as well. So we get 3 new rewards. One of them is of course leveling up, and the other 2 will be cars. So yeah, we've done a good job. Ooh, excuse me, as we get to wanted level 2, aka level 15. So only 5 levels left on the racer side, which we'll have to come back to eventually, as we also get the Audi R8 V10 for the Super Series. Pretty cool car. I do like the Audi R8, so that's quite cool that we've been given it. And another new car as well is the Porsche 911 GT2 RS for the Exotic Series. So we have that one now. Pretty decent car again. And yeah, we can now continue on to the next event. This is supposed to be the actual last Hot Pursuit event, but we do have another Hot Pursuit event for the next episode, the last episode, because of the DLC. We're going to be choosing the CCX and going in a Lapis Lazuli, though I'd call that more a Royal Purple or something like that. As we're going to be doing things at sunny conditions at 10 AM with 5 spike ships, 5 jammers, 3 turbos and 5 EMPs. So we're going to continue onto the highway. The highway battle is the name of this event. 14.9 miles at 10 AM. And we already have 3 Bugatti Veyrons chasing us here. So already starting this event off pretty hot. Yeah, they're already chasing us as we head on through the start of this event. Though we don't really start particularly well because we slam into a box truck and that then slams into some more cops, so a bit comical there, but we're going to continue on anyway. We have plenty of ordnance which I'm going to use a bit more because again I was always quite conservative as we get into first after that chaos of the box truck again striking and also some of the cop cars just crashing into each other pretty much because there's a big bundle of cars there that we are now escaping here as we start to reach towards our top speed. We're going 233, 234 miles per hour. For some reason I thought we could go onto the construction highway thing there, but we can't unfortunately, which sucks. We are going to send out a spike strip which does actually hit its target, so that's good to get us to get away a little bit more as we now continue on through past this diner and onto, I guess you still call this a highway, but it's less of a wide highway I'd say, as we do have this cop that's kind of annoying us a bit here. He has got in front though, which is his fatal mistake, and I thought honestly that collision would kill him, but it didn't, so we're now going to use the EMP instead. He tries to do something about it with spike ships. It's not going to work though, pal. We do get the EMP wreck on him, and so that is going to cause some chaos behind. The roadblock has also caused us some chaos, and that has dropped us down into second. We're going to be taking the shortcut here to basically avoid the cops, and yeah, let's recharge a little bit in this event, and yeah, the cops will keep on battering our other racers while we can still continue on this path and kind of avoid them. So that is the main goal by going on this kind of beach segment here, and also it is a little bit faster as well. Yeah, going through the lumber mill here, lumber yard, I don't really know what to call this place, and again just cutting up some of the time that is required on this event, and then spitting back out into here. We already get EMP locked. We get quite a few collisions here, so we do jam the EMP just to make sure that we don't get taken out by it as we head on through, and we do kind of crash into another fella. The helicopter was trying to deploy a spike strip, but we'd already jammed that at that point. And then we do get another EMP bus, so we're up to 20 EMPs for the racer milestone, so that's quite good. And yeah, continuing on now, we have the Bugatti kind of harassing us a little bit here now as we do deploy a turbo, but ahead the car kind of gets in the way and we slam straight into the CCX and then hop the fence a little bit to get onto the other side, respawn, and our turbo is obviously gone. We also deploy a jammer because I saw the helicopter there. It was kind of in a bit of an awkward position, so just making sure that we weren't going to be taken out by it. We do wreck another cop, which gives us a speed boost, though it doesn't give us a free pass through the roadblock, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, we're still in the hunt here for the win, as again the helicopter's spitting out a spike strip. We're going to jam it just to make sure that we don't get taken out by it, and then we get really punted wide by someone there. I couldn't tell whether it was a police car or not. And then we try and deploy an EMP on this fella. We do just about get it, though I thought he was going to get out of range. We did just about get it, as the helicopter is once again overhead. We've got this Bugatti which is fairly weak, as I think there's only one other in the event with us, so that will be helpful if we can take out another one and relieve some of the pressure, because we still of course have this helicopter which is harassing us a bit. And yeah, we're going to deploy a turbo because there's a good amount of straight road here. The spike strip we deployed did miss, but not the end of the world. Well, it is kind of the end of the world though, as we are pretty low HP, as taking some punishment from these cops and these other racers is not helping us, and I crashed straight into a red truck, and so we are really quite low HP now. As you can see, we've got only 2 miles left. We are helped a little bit to get back into third by those 2 crashing, but yeah, it's not been a great run for health, at least anyway, as we are just about going to get through, kind of navigating that as best as we could, but the spike ship is going to be chucked in front of us, so we're going to have to force to be taken onto the shortcut, though I was planning to take it anyway, because it's a good shortcut. And now we just need to make sure as we get 1 mile to the finish that we come out ahead. We do just about come out ahead. We chuck some spike ships out behind just to make sure that if anyone follows us, they don't try and take us out. We're going to deploy a turbo and a jammer just to make extra sure. And we actually glide into the barrier there, which puts us on proper damage critical, but across the line we are first, and that is us winning this event in 5 minutes 26 seconds. So yeah, a good job to us in the last race event for this episode, and yeah, a decent amount of bounty and everything like that. Obviously not as much as the other event where you got 50,000, but there you go. Anyway, the last event is the Any Means Necessary Interceptor event, the last Interceptor event of this series and the second to last police event. We're going to be using the Bugatti Veyron 16.4 Super Sport, as that's the car given to us, and we're going to be doing things at rainy and cloudy conditions at 7 PM, 5 minutes for distinction time, 2 spike strips, 4 roadblocks, 3 helicopters and 2 EMPs.
All units in pursuit of a Bugatti. Engage in pursuit. Command Central has approved SCPD airborne assistance. You are given all access and support in this pursuit. Good luck.
Alright, so here we go then to try and take out the Bugatti. It's Bugatti versus Bugatti, and we are of course in the DLC Bugatti car, as this is a DLC event. We are going to do a little bit of damage on the Bugatti before we slam into him a bit more. Again, these guys are more resistant in the Interceptor event. Make sure that they're somewhat decent length, as we're going to finally get an EMP off onto him. That is going to chuck him down to low, or not low, but half HP. That's going to put him a little bit lower as well, slamming into him. Hopefully the roadblock can help as well, though we don't really get a very good gap, so he kind of just powers on through. We're going to deploy a helicopter though to help us in this event, because that should hopefully chuck down a few spike strips to try and annoy this guy ahead of us. And yeah, continuing on through this segment here, he's going to deploy a jammer to try and throw us off the trail, but we can see him straight ahead anyway, so it doesn't really matter, as he's going to chuck out some spike strips kind of early, to be honest. It's not really going to catch me out there, as I wasn't sure whether he was going to do a spin around there, but he didn't in the end, as he's going to deploy a roadblock ahead of us. The helicopter should hopefully start to come in soon, as we try to get an EMP on him, but he kind of crashes himself out, which cancels out the EMP. And I wasn't sure what he's going to do here. He does respawn and just zooms ahead, so yeah, not amazing on that front, but yeah, hopefully after we've gone through the tunnels, there we go, the helicopter can now get into the action and actually start helping us a little bit, because he's kind of not been really doing much at all. But continuing on through past the police station here, and we are going to get a little bit duped out here, as he covered the entrance off of a spike strip. Pretty smart play, that was a good spike strip from him, and so instead we're going to deploy a roadblock to try and help to slow him down a bit, and hopefully the helicopter as well can also do its job a bit and slow him down as well. He does actually hit the roadblock, but we kind of get all of our momentum slammed by hitting into one of the parts of the roadblock. I think he avoids this spike strip. He does, as we have to also avoid it as well, as it was a bit more towards the right side of the road than what I was expecting. He deploys a jammer once again, but we can see him ahead of us, so he's not really going to be getting away as he tries to deploy more spike strips. Not going to do us any harm. And continuing around this corner, the spike strip does just about get him from the helicopter, and that is him busted. I was kind of surprised actually, because he had a jammer deployed, but I guess it was coming towards the end, and so the helicopter just said, nope, I'm putting down a spike strip. And finally the helicopter did its job and busted the last guy in this last interceptor event, as we get this done in 2 minutes 42 and get the distinction awarded to us. So overall, a pretty decent event all in all. And yeah, obviously not really going to get many cars now in the police series because it's coming towards the end of it. But anyway, if you did enjoy this longer video, apologies that it's not really the 20 minutes, but it set us up beautifully for the last episode, which is also about 30 minutes. So hopefully you like 30-minute videos. If you did enjoy this episode though, the second to last episode, be sure to go ahead and hit the like button, comment if you enjoyed below, subscribe if you enjoy all my content, give me some constructive criticism as well down below. But until then, it's been GTruck74, and I'll see you guys in the last episode tomorrow at 6.